All right, so for this video, I kind of want to talk about Shoko and also just break her kit down for what we know, because in general, we know like 95% of her kit. They have the news in game and they have what's coming out for the second part of the anniversary. I think it just reinforces the point we need a part 3, because if we don't get a ghetto, then the only color being buffed would be green in an anniversary, and also no SP buffs would be crazy, especially since they changed the sweep battle. So we're going to talk about Shoko, her kit, and also how it affects the meta, and also my thoughts on Shoko versus Gojo now that there's been more time with Gojo. So Shoko's coming out tomorrow, actually. So in 11 hours from when I'm recording. 11 hours. Now, if this gets to 150 likes alongside the Sukuna one, I'll be giving away an extra $10 either gift card through PayPal or actual pass in game. So 250 likes before I start streaming, and we'll do that. So maybe you want to get this to 250 because it's in 11 hours. So we'll see. But thank you guys for liking already. 140 likes is fucking phenomenal. Now, one thing, Sukuna live stream is a bit delayed. I may have planned something Saturday to Sunday, and didn't realize till, I mean, obviously, Sukuna, it was after I already planned it, so unfortunately, we're not going to be streaming on release, but we will still be streaming, so I hope to catch you guys there. Now, we do have Shoko gameplay, and this is how we know most of what she does, so we're going to break this down, and I'll give my full opinions, okay? So, we will be summoning for her. Now, one thing I do want to talk about before is this. Now, we have the gacha, and I gotta say, the art for the rec bit is like, I think, my favorite in the game. It's just so clean. It really is, and it's so nice. Now, there's the packs, which are going to have a dupe pack and the recollection bit dupe pack. I'm only getting this one. Then the half annie gacha with the first set of HI units are going to be rerunning. And then they're going to rerun, and I guess add also the memory quest, which is... It might give 1,000 cubes. Woohoo! Like, oh my god. And then they're also adding these to the story event. I just like, this is crazy. We haven't gotten we haven't really gotten much this anniversary. It's crazy. That part 3 is the biggest copium I've ever seen, but definitely still needed. So let's just head in and talk about her kit now. So Shoko's green, and her being green is good. Listen, we have no problem with her being green. I think the only problem people have is, number 1, they have to buff another color, and number 2, they have to buff another color, and number 3, they have to buff another color. So there is that. Now, Shoko herself is great. I think some people are maybe mad because this is the second Shoko in 3 months, which is fair, but it's kind of funny because Shoko is like the main buffer that's like kind of goated, so I don't even mind it. And also Shoko is Shoko. Like, I'm not going to be mad at that. So we don't know what her rec bit does. Now, what we do know is what her skill 1, 2, 3, and ult do, and it's pretty goated, right? It is pretty goated. So her skill 2, I'm not sure, like, if we can't really check how long the buff lasts, I think, because it would be a bit difficult to check. Now, she does give herself stealth status, which is actually goated, because this means she won't be targeted, which also makes it so that Gojo has a higher chance of being targeted, which is great, right? It is great. I don't think she put herself in stealth status there. That was just Gojo giving himself revival, I think. My bad. Maybe it's on the ult. I think it is on the ult. So she buffs again. And I'm just trying to, like, I really do hope we could see, but we do know it's a stat buff. So she's giving up to 195% to Jujutsu and Taijutsu. Now, because she is a mono green unit, it's our first green stat buffer, which is going to make her a lot better. And of course, since she's healing, she is going to be that good, right? So 195%, but that's probably going to count the ult. My guess is the ult, as it is also a stat buff, being Jujutsu and Taijutsu buff. My guess is the ult is going to give a little more, right? Like, maybe the skill 3 gives 60%, and then the ult is going to give, like, what is it, 75? I think that's what it would be. It would be 75 if it would be like that, right? So it's turn 4 and there's no buffs. Now, why that's goated is that means that the stat buffs should be, I think, 3 turns, which means you're getting the full 195% in 3 turns. Like, that shit's insane. That is actually insane. Now, the skill 1's also really good, because the skill 1, what it's going to do is it's going to give you, we could skip that. The skill 1's going to give you 5 cursed energy, okay? So whenever she uses it, she just gets 5 CE back. And why that's good also is because if we check in-game with the hidden potential system, one of the things that they did with the hypo is that they give you 5 cursed energy at the start of the battle, right? right? So right here, they give you 5 Cursed Energy. Oh, my bad. I went on the one unit that doesn't have it. So they give you 5 Cursed Energy here, right? Which means this 5 Cursed Energy plus the 5 Cursed energy she gets means even if it's only 5 CE, the first time she uses it, she's technically getting another 10 that's usable, which is good, right? Because she would be at 30 if she would have the hidden potential stats, right? Now, I wish they used the skill 3. I don't know if they do. We'll see. We could skip that. But like, just the amount of shit, I can't tell if it gives revival status, but it seems like it. I'm not sure on that one. I am actually not sure, but it does seem like it might, which is quite interesting, but I'm not too sure. Now, I just want to see, do they use the skill 3? I don't think they do. I think it's because they kill here. Yeah, because Gojo's like too strong and then he kills. So it's fine. But this ult is really, I think, the killer that everyone needs to take note of. So it does a heal. And is there a higher quality? No. So the heal, I think, is like 3,500. That's a 3 and that's a 5. So it's 3,500. But look at her stats. She's at what? Oh, they actually... No, she's at 10k. She's at 10k HP. Now, I just want to tell you guys, like, a support. Let's find a support that I have. Like, 10k is, let's just say, very low. I don't have a support at Dupe 0, but we'll take Maki for this. I think she has her SP stats, yeah. So she's at 20k as a DPS. And then furthermore, we could go to Shoko. So where's Shoko? Just to see how her stats are looking. So she's at 17k, which also not max grade. So we'll say about 20k. She's about half, right? She is about half as we're seeing her right now. She's half her like stats, we'll say, right? What you have to consider is this heal is usually, well, Shoko heals are based off Jujutsu, okay? Shoko heals are based off Jujutsu for both the SSR and the SR, right? Based off of Jujutsu, okay? And then here, based off of Jujutsu, okay? Now, why this is crazy is because this means that these stats, which is 3,500, could go up to 8,000, right? Which is going to be crazy. Now, what we have to consider is she might not even have max buffs or like max like Jujutsu stat buffs. So when she uses that ult, maybe it could be 8 to 10k, especially if you have a Dupener. Which, imagine 10k. Now, this is where it gets crazy. It's not a one-turn heal. It's a continuous heal. This buff, this heart right here, signifies a continuous heal, which means it's going to be more than one turn. Now, is it the same value for 3 turns? If it's going to be three 10,000 heals, then yeah, that's stupid. But it might not be. However, she might just be pumping out with her ult a 20,000 heal over 3 turns. And why that's also crazy is for multiple reasons. Number one, it's a lot of healing. And number two, there's also a fucking stat buff when she's healing. On her ult, she's also giving a stat buff. So in the same attack, she's healing everyone, making sure they're going to be healed for at least probably 1 or 2 more turns, and then giving a stat buff. And as we know, the total stat buff is a total of 195%. And she also lowers the poison value that you're going to take, which is decent, right? Not anything crazy. But to me, it just makes Shoko like absolutely just insane, especially when she has a built-in skill 3 heal. And I would say that because this is 20 Cursed Energy, and you're probably only going to need it realistically for 3 turns. If it's a 3-turn heal, or sorry, a 3-turn buff, then it's only for 3 turns. So I would definitely say that Shoko, from what we know right now, 195% stat buff, and also she has a continuous heal on ult that also gives stat buffs, and her skill 1 gives her extra Cursed Energy. And her skill 3 heals, which you probably won't need, but that's something we'll have to actually see. Yeah, she's going to be goated. And especially with Gojo, it lets the whole team kind of play a lot better because the whole team's going to stay alive. And Gojo's going to be able to do his shenanigans even better, especially on mono, because now they're going to have a stat buffer, which while he has some stat buffs, it's not going to be like 100% of the time. And Shoko's going to keep the other 2 units alive, guaranteed. So I feel like a team where it's like Gojo. So it'd be Gojo, Shoko, Saki, and Teen Ghetto could be goated. You put Saki there, and with Shoko's heals, it's going to be hard for you to die. Maybe not impossible, but definitely hard on a mono green team like that. Like, especially because Gojo gives himself some damage buffs for his ult. The only time you won't have it is when you're using your skill 2, because then, I mean, like, it just in general, like, before you get into Honor 1, you're going to have no damage buffs, which might lower it, but at the same time, Shoko's increasing your Jujutsu stats, so you should be chilling. And you're also going to be alive, right? You're going to be alive. So it's like you don't have to play a stall team with like Kaido. You're just going to have like 4 units doing or helping you do damage, being Shoko stat increase, Saki sub DPS, Teen Ghetto sub DPS, and then Gojo main DPS. I think that team could be really good. I'm still of the opinion that Shoko like support over DPS. Now, why is that? Well, the main reason is because every single SP buff has not been a support. DPS, 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 tank, DPS, sub DPS, DPS, tank, we'll say, DPS, DPS. We see that, right? And I think it's missing red panda, tank, and is that it? There's another yellow. No, we have 2 yellows. Yeah, that's it. I think that's it. There's another red. No, that's it. Yeah, that's it. It's like not one support. So that means that they're consistently, up to this point, making DPSs come up to par, but not supports. So until that's broken, I think it's more valuable to summon on supports in general, because we might get, like, for example, like, especially for yellow. Like, what if yellow enemy gets a buff? It's not going to be, they're not going to be buffing Degumi. They're not going to be buffing Yaga. It's going to be the DPS, right? And then for green, what if it's going to be Green Maki, and it's not going to be Teen Ghetto, or it's not going to be like, is there another support here? Damn, there isn't. That's the only support, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. That's crazy. It's not going to, like, you know, shit like that. For blue, it's not going to be Momo, right? It's going to be probably like an Inumaki. Well, not even though. He's a debuffer, I guess. It's going to be a Kamo, or it's going to be a Miwa, right? That's who they're going to target with these SP buffs. So in general, like, especially with what Shoko is doing, it's, in my opinion, just better to go for the supporters instead of the DPSs, especially when there's 2 back-to-back. Like, you have to choose one in some instances, and if you have to choose one, it's going to be the girl Shoko and not Gojo. But if you could get both, then GG. But the problem with that is Red Ghetto might be coming, and if Red Ghetto doesn't come, this Addy fucking sucks ass. Okay, it sucks ass. All right, like, it's gonna be so sad. 1 anniversary, new content except no new rewards. The worst rewards of any anniversary besides the standard banner update, if you want to count that. Cool. That's really gonna be it. So yeah, let's hope for that part 3 Ghetto. I'll see you guys very soon for the stream. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.